Building a home is a big decision, and it can feel overwhelming. You're excited about the possibilities: a cozy tiny house, a modern container home, or maybe a stylish modular design. But then comes the paperwork, building permits and zoning regulations. Don't worry, we're here to help you navigate this process. In this guide, we'll break down the challenges and opportunities for getting your small home approved in the USA. Whether you're dreaming of a minimalist lifestyle or seeking an affordable housing option, understanding the permit process is crucial. We'll explore the specific regulations for tiny houses, container homes, and modular homes, highlighting what makes each unique. Remember, with a little preparation and the right information, you can turn your small home dream into a reality. Before we dive into the specifics of each home type, let's take a moment to understand why building permits and zoning rules are so important. These aren't just bureaucratic hurdles. They're the foundation for safe, well-planned communities and the dream homes we all aspire to create. It might seem like just paperwork, but these regulations serve several crucial purposes. They're designed to protect not only you and your family, but also your neighbors and the broader community. Building codes ensure your home is safe and structurally sound, setting standards for everything from the strength of your foundation to the quality of your roof and walls. They protect you and your family from hazards like faulty wiring, unstable foundations, or fire risks. Inspections at different stages of construction catch problems early, so you can feel confident in your home's safety for years to come. Zoning rules, on the other hand, help communities plan and develop in an organized way. They're about more than just what you can build. They shape the look, feel, and function of entire neighborhoods. Zoning laws dictate what types of buildings are allowed in certain areas, ensuring neighborhoods have a healthy mix of residential, commercial, and industrial spaces. This balance helps communities thrive and grow sustainably. Zoning also considers factors like traffic flow, environmental impact, and neighborhood character. By managing these elements, cities can reduce congestion, preserve green spaces, and maintain the unique identity of each community. While permits and zoning might feel like obstacles at first, they ultimately help create safe, vibrant, and livable communities for everyone. By following these rules, you're not just building a house, you're helping to shape a better place to live for yourself and your neighbors. Tiny houses capture the imagination with their promise of simplicity, freedom, and a life less burdened by excess. For many, the idea of living in a beautifully crafted, compact space is a dream come true, a chance to focus on what truly matters and embrace a more sustainable lifestyle. However, turning that dream into reality often means facing a maze of permit challenges. The very features that make tiny houses appealing, their small size and unique mobility, can also make them difficult to fit into existing legal frameworks. One of the biggest hurdles is the lack of clear, consistent regulations specifically for tiny homes. Many cities and counties simply haven't caught up with the tiny house movement, leaving owners in a gray area when it comes to compliance. Most building codes are designed with traditional, full-sized homes in mind. This makes it tricky to apply those same rules to these much smaller dwellings, which often don't fit the standard mold. Another major issue is the distinction between RVs and permanent dwellings. Tiny houses on wheels often get lumped in with recreational vehicles, even though they're built for full-time living. Some jurisdictions might classify tiny houses on wheels as RVs, subjecting them to a completely different set of rules and restrictions, sometimes even prohibiting them from being used as primary residences. Additionally, many areas have minimum size requirements for homes, which tiny houses often don't meet. These rules can make it nearly impossible to legally live in a tiny house, even if it's perfectly safe and well built. If you're considering a tiny house, thorough research on your local zoning laws and building codes is absolutely essential. Every city and county can have different rules, so it pays to dig deep and understand what's allowed before you build or buy. Connecting with local officials early in the process and seeking guidance from experienced tiny home builders can greatly increase your chances of success. With the right preparation and support, your tiny house dream can become a reality, even in the face of big permit challenges. Container homes have gained popularity for their industrial aesthetic and potential for sustainable living. However, transforming a shipping container into a habitable home comes with its own set of permit hurdles. One challenge is that building codes often require specific materials and construction methods that might not align with container home designs. Additionally, some communities have aesthetic concerns about container homes, viewing them as out of character with traditional neighborhoods. To overcome these obstacles, it's crucial to work with experienced container home builders and architects who understand local building codes. Engaging a structural engineer to ensure the container meets safety standards and addressing any aesthetic concerns proactively with your local planning department can pave the way for a smoother permit process. Modular homes, built off-site in sections and assembled on your property, often offer a more straightforward path to obtaining building permits. Because they're constructed in a factory setting, modular homes typically adhere to strict building codes and quality control measures, making them more likely to meet local requirements. However, it's important to remember that zoning laws still apply to modular homes. You'll need to make sure your property is zoned for residential use and that the size and style of your chosen modular home comply with local regulations. Still, the standardized nature of modular construction and its inherent code compliance generally make it a smoother process compared to tiny houses or container homes. No matter what type of small home you're dreaming of, always remember that local zoning regulations are the ultimate decider. Building codes can vary significantly from state to state and even city to city. What's permitted in one location might be prohibited in another. Before you get your heart set on a specific design or location, contact your local planning department or building department. They can provide you with the most up-to-date information on zoning ordinances, building codes, and any specific requirements for small homes in your area. Remember, early research and communication with local officials can save you time, money, and potential headaches down the road. Reaching out to local officials might seem intimidating, but remember, they're there to help you navigate the process. Approach the conversation with a positive and respectful attitude, and be prepared to listen and learn. Start by clearly explaining your project and the type of small home you're interested in building. Come prepared with any relevant information, like sketches, plans, or examples of similar projects in the area. Be open to feedback and suggestions, and be willing to compromise if necessary. Remember, building a home is a collaborative process, and maintaining a positive and proactive dialogue with local officials can greatly increase your chances of success. Building a small home can be an exciting and rewarding journey, filled with dreams of cozy spaces and a simpler lifestyle. But before you can move in and enjoy your new home, there are important steps to take that can sometimes feel overwhelming. It's essential to be prepared for the permit and zoning maze, which can be complex and time-consuming. Every city and county has its own set of rules, and understanding them early can save you a lot of stress down the road. While modular homes generally offer the easiest legal path due to their factory construction and code compliance, they still require you to follow local guidelines and obtain the right approvals. Their standardized process can help streamline your experience. Container homes, on the other hand, require careful planning and attention to both structural and aesthetic considerations. You may need to work closely with architects and engineers to ensure your design meets all safety and appearance standards. Tiny houses, while captivating and full of charm, often face the most significant challenges due to their unique nature and evolving regulations. Some areas may not allow them as permanent residences, so it's crucial to check local laws before you start building. No matter your small home dream, whether it's a modular, container, or tiny house, the key is to be informed and proactive from the very beginning. Remember to do your research, connect with local officials, and ask questions about anything you don't understand. Building relationships with city planners and inspectors can make the process much smoother. Seek guidance from experienced professionals, such as architects, builders, and contractors who have worked on similar projects. Their expertise can help you avoid common pitfalls and navigate unexpected challenges. By understanding the regulations, communicating effectively, and staying organized throughout the process, you'll be better equipped to handle any obstacles that come your way. With patience, determination, and a positive attitude, you can navigate the permit maze and turn your small home vision into a beautiful reality that reflects your values and lifestyle. Good luck and happy building. Your dream home is closer than you think.